down the road. Louisville has season end with a first-round loss to Creighton, but the program's 19-win turnaround under Pat Kelsey will be what people remember. And as we said, with a reported $8 to $10 million to spend in the portal and some key recruits in the fold already, the momentum should continue for the Cardinals. Still, how much did that double-digit loss give a dose of reality about how far this program's rebuild needs to go?
Well, I think you have to look at it also in the context of they lost to Creighton by double figures, and then Creighton lost to Auburn by double figures, or close to double figures. So, yeah, there's a gap there. And when you also put it in the context of they lost all 4 games they played this year to SEC teams, and how many of those SEC teams are in, I think 3 of them are in the Sweet 16, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Kentucky. So, yeah, there's a gap. But that, is 4 or 5 paragraphs down the story about this team. They got the fan base excited about the Louisville basketball program again. They got the city excited about Louisville basketball program again. People were really very excited to watch what happened on Thursday. People were invested in it, and guys like Hepburn and Rain Smith and Terrence Edwards and Hadley, he might still come back, will be remembered here for a long time.
Yeah, and we do need to remember, just in the bigger picture of the season, now that we step back and look at it, the highest paid player on this team, according to On3, didn't play. Cason Pryor was the highest paid player on the roster for what they paid for NIL, gets hurt early in the year, and they don't have him. I don't know how much he helps in that game against Creighton, but he doesn't hurt, especially if his defense had improved as the season had gone along. They needed somebody more substantial with size on the inside. James Scott was sick during the game. It wasn't his best night. He didn't play a lot of minutes in that game. So it was a tough situation. But what they did versus what they had in terms of talent, they had really good basketball players. They weren't very athletic when you got right down to it against the best teams they played. To have the year they had is pretty phenomenal. And where do they go from here? Well, there's reason for excitement. They have a top 10 recruit in Michael Brown coming at point guard. They have an interesting prospect out of Germany coming in Sanandra Fru. We don't know much about him. I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga on the internet, so I don't know what's going on with him, but he has a good reputation. The guy I think everybody's excited to see is Ali Khalifa, who played for Mark Pope last season at BYU. You can catch every episode of Overtime on WDRB+.
Download the app on your phone or TV today.